Welcome back. I'm the Watch Nerd. I'm very excited because it's been over a week and I'm going to fully review this Bulova Accutron. We're going to kind of do a little bit of a fashion show too. I'm going to put this on a leather and see how much it changes the watch, because I kept it on this original stretchy bracelet, and we're going to talk about that. But before I do flip you into the footage, because we're going to get a little bit more up close and personal with this watch, I do want to, I keep announcing my Chanel chain giveaway. I'm going to be giving out this chain as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to be entered, there's the 4 steps in the description below. Now, first flipping ourselves around, look at this piece. Now, I did make a first impression, so I'm not going to talk about really what I felt, but I can't believe I bought another watch. My next watch after my last piece was, of course, my Omega Seamaster, which I did sell, and it was very sad, and I talked about that when I bought this. But when I bought this is sort of the same aesthetic as the Seamaster. It has that dial, that beautiful sunburst, and this is original Hesalite or acrylic, as they would call it. It's the same type of thing where it actually steps down, so it kind of looks like a as you see, like the edge of it looks differently. It looks like it's stepping down, kind of like a pie pan, Datejust style, something like that, but very cool. And it's got the 12, 3 o'clock is the date window, 6 and 9. This you don't see much very often on the Accutrons if you look online. There are a few of them, but not so much. And then you have a line going from 9 to the 3, of course, and it's so nice, the sunburst, and it's not subtle. You really see the different contrasts I should say, with that silver sunburst dial. Very cool. 35 millimeters, but it wears very good. Let me take off my wristwatch check, because this was supposed to be my next purchase. Honestly, I was about to buy this. We just got this back actually from service, but I'm going to hold out for another Rolex, and I'll put that in a different video. But this is mostly an affordable video, so let's keep it affordable. And anybody, really, truly anybody, can really afford this if they save up. And you don't have to save up that much. It's typically, these are less than $500 US. I just put it up for $375. I'll sell this piece, and I'm just doing that because I'm saving up for a Grail. But it's still very beautiful. I'm not in a position where I really want to sell it. Let's head into it, because I don't want to talk about price too much yet. But yes, I do want to talk about this particular piece. On the wrist, as you can see, it doesn't wear huge. It's 35 millimeters, and then it has the 4 o'clock crown, which is absolutely beautiful. I love it. As you can see, let's actually take you in a little bit closer. You see that second hand goes, I think it's 360 hertz. It's absolutely insane. It's more than like a Grand Seiko sweep if you look at it. It's just truly unbelievable. That date window is very centered. It flips over very quick. I'm going to demonstrate that when I pull out the crown here, and just look. The Accutron is plain and alone. I like that. On previous generations, on the very early ones, they put it here at this 9 o'clock, and I think that's ugly with a frame. I like this particular dial, and it was when I was looking for an Accutron, I wanted one exactly like this. Bracelet's very comfortable. I do like it a lot. Taking it off, as you can see, it's like this stretchy band. A little bit of an older type of man would wear this type of thing. It's a little bit dated, but that's still fine. There on the display. Let's take this off and then look at the case on its own. So I'll be right back. Now look at that contrast. I just put it off this bracelet. As you can see here, it's a stretchy one, as I showed before, but look at it. I don't think it's ever been taken off this bracelet since 1973. So now we can see the display case back. We'll talk about very quickly, but look how much nicer I think it is. I think it adds, class and elegance. The leather, definitely. And it's not like you're losing functionality, because it is only 10 bar, 1 bar, 10 meters of water resistance. That's the lowest possible you can get on the water resistance table. As that's very low. That means it's less than anything, really, less than Seiko. Seiko's at least are 3 bar, but it's not really meant for that. It is definitely meant for time, accuracy,
This one does have a date, so it's a little bit more. Let's head a little bit closer so you can see. There we go. Other things I would like to mention before ending off this review is this movement, because man, is it special. Now, I'm getting very accurate reads off of it. It's a lot more accurate than you would get with quartz. And I have banged this watch a bit, and it made a little bit of noise, but it is very, it's a nice piece. And you can see that sweep. It's just absolutely beautiful with that Accutron, as I was mentioning before. But now you just see a complete contrast, and a little bit more. It's just talking about the plating on here, electric plating on that bezel. I think that's a little bit harder. And one more thing I do like to mention, I believe it's around the same time the Vostocks were doing this, the old ones. But this is a screw down. The plate is not screw down, but you put the plate on, and then you screw down this external, as you can see, the rivet. So that's how you screw down the bezel. Oh, the crown action I do want to talk about. So let's pop off the crown. You do get hacking, as you can see with this piece right here. And then we're going to go ahead, because as you can see, it's 3 o'clock. We're going to go to close to midnight, and we're going to see how fast this date actually changes. So coming up here, now it's there. It's instantaneous 5 minutes before every time. And I'm going to move through it, and I'm going to demonstrate the quick set here, the quick set feature. Here's 6 o'clock, and I'm going to show you the quick set. So the quick set is with the crown all the way in, because of course this is not mechanical, and you don't need that. So the manual wind, so it just ticks over very nicely, sweeps very well. You do have to do a little bit of not a wind, but you just have to push it a little before it actually changes. But as you can see here, it's going through the dates very fast. There's no real resistance. It's nice, it's smooth once you get a hang of it. Kind of threw me off that you put the date window all the way down when you actually do it, but it's pretty neat. And coming up to check the Rolex, it is the second, I believe, but we'll put it on the first, so I can demonstrate that snap, because man, does it snap. There's the 30th, 31st, and then the 1st. So let's go one more time. We're gonna pop it out and then go through here. So this is the AMs. Now we're gonna go to the PMs real quick. Here we go. So now this 11, and then right there, flips over. Very nice. So now it's the second, and now we're in the AM, so we gotta go to the PMs. Let's check the Rolex, because it just got serviced. So it's 1, 2, it's 3, what is it? 350 right there. So let's go to 3 and 50. There we go. Okay, so just demonstrating all it can do. For a little watch like this, you can pick up under $500 with this much history, prestige. Look at the plating; it stayed very well. This is 1976, and I guarantee you, the person wore it a lot, or maybe they didn't, because there wasn't too much. But it looks like it's been worn, it's been loved. It's all plated. This is Spiral USA, and I know they used this a bit. Bulova, and I don't think Bulova owned this actual thing. And now, of course, Accutron is owned by the Citizen Group, so they're actually being made in Japan. Their movements, very cool, in-house movements. Still, I just prefer the American history, the prestige. I didn't even put it on the wrist yet. Let's put it on the wrist, because man, it's a cool, unique, vintage, special piece. I really do like it. Zooming us out. Oh man, it is very, very nice. Let's put it on. And I do like it on the leather. I think it the bracelet with the gold is fine. It's made out of stainless steel. It's not bad or anything, but at the same time, the leather, it's just, I don't know. I think it adds a little bit of prestige, a little bit of, it elevates the case. It really does. So let's get this out of here, and then just look at that. Look how it sits too. It's just an elegant size. It's something, and Bulova, I feel like, yes, it's a bit more than the Timex Marlins. You can buy maybe the Marlin for 25, bucks on eBay, something like that. And you don't know how much is original. You don't know how much, how long they're going to last. I bought this. I know it's something that's lasted this long. Battery changes, I did not mention the negative yet, but battery changes 18 months on these. So that is not a long time, especially when you think of nowadays with the technology. Nowadays, they're going up to 10 years, sometimes even cases up to 30 years, these crazy batteries that charge from the solar and everything. But back then, they were typically, a couple of years to 3 years. Here you're getting 18 months. So that's a lot less. This is before quartz. This predates quartz. You're using that beautiful tuning fork technology, as I talked about. Really, really incredible. And these are most famous, of course, for their open, what are they called? Their space view. And they don't actually have the crown. Most of these don't have the crown. And most of these don't have a date window. So I kind of like the added functionality. I would love to hear, do you like this with the functionality with the date window, or do you prefer no date window? I'd love to hear it, because it's a frame date window. The prestige, the elegance they put into it, I think is a lot better. Look at this. It's still loomed. And this is not, trust me, they didn't relume this watch. Now it's dead right away. As you can see, look, it's gone. But it does keep a, 2-second charge maybe on that. I believe it's tritium too. And the indices are completely out. But that's pretty crazy. They must have put a lot of layers of tritium. And look at the custard patina, and it still glows just a tiny bit. Very cool, very collectible. When I saw it, the first impressions, I covered most of it, of what I thought. But I still, even owning it a week, no regrets. And I kind of pulled the trigger pretty fast on this, because I kind of put in a bid, and I won. And I didn't think I would win that bid. But now I'm very happy I did. I did not think that this watch would be as cool as it is. And, the space view is fantastic, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I like the secrets within, kept secret. I don't know. I really do like this. And it reminds me of a classy, elegant dress watch with a crazy story. Think about this. This movement in here, the CIA of the US came into Bulova and said, no, you can't use this movement when they first came up with it, because it was in satellites at the time. It was crazy technology. So they had to delay it because the CIA of the US came in and said that. That's crazy. And then later on, this was on the ship, the lunar module, when Apollo 11 landed. This movement. That's incredible. The history with this, nobody talks about this watch. Very few people talk about this piece. And I guess maybe because of the, the movement. It's not a mechanical movement. But at the same time, it has a sweep that is unbelievable. Let's see, Air Force One. Air Force One used this in their clocks. It's crazy. And you don't hear about that. It's just crazy. Unbelievable. And I'm speechless. And it was railroad certified. There was a bunch of uses for this piece. But I would love to hear it all in the comments down below. What do you think about this? What are your opinions on this Accutron? And do you think I bought a good purchase? Do you think this is definitely a cool watch? And would you buy this watch? I would love to know it all in the comments down below. Thank you. One more time, I would like to keep reminding you the Chanel chain giveaway. All the 4 steps are in the description. I want to thank you, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a fantastic day.